quarter panel up, but I don't believe it's going to affect this car at all.
They're coming through turns 3 and now off turn 4, and Almirola gets just a little bit ahead of Gone, and let's see if Eric Almirola can put a little more distance between him. Good run for Almirola tonight for Junior Motorsports in his first start of the season, running in the top 5, and he's been consistent. Josh Wise, the other Junior Motorsports car, is top 15 car tonight as well.
So what you got here, the 18, the 60, as drivers, they're making qualifying laps. They're giving you everything they've got.
Remember, we showed you the interval when it was right around 1 second difference. Now look, Edwards has clicked about 3/10 off that Kyle Busch advantage.
The problem we got right now, Vince, this speed difference is not as much right now. The last time by, Kyle Busch a 23.72 to Carl Edwards 68, so it's not a full 1/10 of a second faster. The closer he gets, the more he's slowing down. I think that downforce is definitely playing effect.
Gone is slipping a bit. He was running second, and now he's trying to hold off Trevor Bayne as they battle for 4th place.
It wouldn't be completely unreasonable to expect another caution.
No, I totally believe it's going to happen again. 12 laps to go right now.
Kyle Busch finished second in the truck race last night. Tonight he's in the lead, but he's trying to hold off Carl Edwards. A couple of former champions doing battle, while Gone and Trevor Bayne battle a little deeper in the field. In just about every place on the track tonight, you're running in traffic, and you're either battling a lap car or you're battling someone for position.
Keselowski's coming into the picture here. You know, Keselowski has spent most of the night better than Carl Edwards. Now there's a point differential. He's given up some points. So you got to wonder what he's thinking here. He may push the issue. He needs to try to get those points back.
Keselowski's in 6th, and there's the battle for 7th between Paul Menard and Reed Sorensen. Those two have been hanging around one another a lot tonight.
Ooh, it got tight right there between Bayne and Gone. Gone got way high in the racetrack right now, kind of opened the door up for Keselowski.
Less than 10 laps to go at O'Reilly Raceway Park.
And remember, Keselowski didn't pit that last time. He still got the old tires. Last pit at lap 121.
Kyle Busch in the lead while Bayne fronts Gone and Keselowski, and then Sorensen and Menard are behind them. Trevor Bayne running in 4th.
About to get really congested here. Really busy. It's hard enough to race somebody side by side, but when you're occupied with your right rear, as Keselowski is with Paul Menard, and then Paul Menard is occupied with his left rear for Reed Sorensen, a lot going on.
5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th right there. You could throw a blanket over the top of them.
This is some great driving.
I don't know what's going to happen. There's a potential right here in this gang of cars. 4 of them stacked up with 7 to go, and they know it's 7 to go.
So let's make it 3 wide.
Let's make it 3. Gone doesn't want to give it up. Keselowski wants that position. He wants those points.
Meanwhile, just to let you know what's happening up front, Kyle Busch holding that lead at about 0.6 of a second over Carl Edwards.
Oh, 3
but
wide.
This is the battle here, 3 wide as they come down the front straight. Sorensen getting underneath Keselowski now, trying to box him out, and we've got a caution. Car into the wall. It's the 87 of Nemechek.
Well, now we got to finish.
All right.
So
now let's
6
refocus.
laps to go, and a caution is going to give us a restart.
And I was watching lap times. The last 2 or 3 laps, Kyle Busch and Edwards were almost identical.
Carl Edwards is saying, all right, baby.
Carl's got the fresh tires. We'll see if they can pay off here in the final laps. Coming back, it's Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards going to duel it to the end. 3 laps to go at O'Reilly Raceway Park, and we're going to have a restart with Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards going at it wheel to wheel. Let's check in with Shannon Spake, who's with the crew chief for Carl Edwards.
Well, we're down here just getting ready to climb up the pit box to talk to Drew Blickensderfer, guys. Drew down here overlooking pit road. Drew, it looks like you're going to have a green-white checkered on your hands. What do you need to do to beat the 18 here tonight?
Well, we got a little fresher tires, so I think if he gives us the bottom, that might be our opportunity. Maybe we can cut across the apron and kind of shorten the track and use our fresh tires to get ahead. So hopefully he'll give us the bottom and we'll get a run at it. 18's been better on long runs. Our tires might help us out, though.
Hopefully the where the 60 wants to be.
The 18 starts on the outside, and first attempt at the green-white checkered. Set the stage for us here, Ricky.
Yeah, so what I'm focused on here, if I'm Kyle Busch, is cleaning off these tires because I got more wear on them than Carl Edwards. Going to restart in second gear. I do not want to create any wheel spin. If I create wheel spin, Carl's going to get the advantage. I need a really good second gear restart.
Yeah, Carl's going to have to get a good restart too. And if he gets down to the turn one, he needs to mat the throttle and squirt across the center of that corner and just get up in front of him. He might not have the fastest speed off the corner, but he needs to get in front of him off of turn two.
Carl Edwards passed Kyle Busch last year to win this race. Now we're even deeper into the race, and he's got a chance to do it again. Here's the restart. The green-white checkered, and Kyle Busch gets a great jump.
Got it.
Great start for Kyle Busch.
Now protect the bottom, take away his strength. Here he comes.
Carl Edwards has those fresher tires, as you heard his crew chief Drew Blickensderfer say. Will that make the difference? Edwards drives it down into turn three. Trying to make it stick as he comes in. They come side by side. Contact. Both hold on to it. Busch keeps the lead. The white flag is waving, and they are into turn two.
Carl needs to prepare himself off the exit of two for one more shot through 3 and 4.
Down the backstretch.
Right there,
There's
shoot
Edwards
across.
diving it in.
That's where I talk about matting the throttle. That's where he's got to get it. He's dead sideways now. Not going to work for him this
But
lap.
Kyle hangs it out. Kyle Busch is going to take the checkered flag and win at O'Reilly Raceway Park.
Great finish.
Boy, good. I mean, this racing tonight was unbelievable.
Kyle Busch holds Carl Edwards off, and Busch wins for the 8th time this season.
It's a win for Kyle Busch. It's a win for Carl Edwards, because part of what he wanted to say there is, look, I can race this guy nose to tail, door to door, without any controversy.
Hey, great race, no doubt about it. I mean, a little bumping and banging. We had a problem the first lap with Leffler. And, man, what a great race throughout the day. A lot of tore-up sheet metal, but other than that, good racing here at ORP.
Kyle Busch wins for the 8th time in the first 20 races of the season. That ties the record set by Jack Ingram, who won 8 of the first 20 races of the season back in 1984. It was a year before Kyle Busch was even born.
Puts it in perspective.
It's got to be a good feeling for Kyle Busch now going into the big race, the Brickyard 400 tomorrow, knowing you just won. You got some momentum on your side, and he needs that. It's a big race.
That means everything, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, yeah. It's all in your head. You know you got it done one night. Carry it on to the next day. Nothing wrong with that.
Is there anybody better than Kyle Busch? He's won 5 of his last 6 starts in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. He's not going to win the championship, but this guy is dominant when he gets in the car and wins races.
You know, 2 things. Number one, he's won 8 races now this year, which is very impressive because we're a little bit past halfway. And then the second thing is he's led every race he's run, which Vince, I believe, is 16. That's a strong, strong number when you've led every race you've entered.
No, he's good. There's no doubt about that. We all know that. He knows it. Take a look at that. I'm the man, and he is the man. He got it done tonight.
Carl Edwards gave it a run, but he came up just a little bit short. He's with Shannon Spake.
Well, Carl, the good news is that people will no longer be talking about last week's race. They are now going to be talking about this finish. Tell me what that was like coming down to the line with the 18.
Well, I pegged him to, I predicted him to take off a little bit late, so I laid back just a little. And as soon as he saw me lay back, he took off. So he got me on the start, and then I could get under him and I could work him. We had better tires. It's amazing how fast they are on those old tires. We've had some good races here, and he beat us today. But I just got to thank Fastenal, Copart, Ford, Aflac, and all my fans for sticking behind me this week. That was a good way to. A good race to get out of the way. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad it ended up the way it did. Drew made a great call on pit road, so that's good.
How much did you work on that car this evening?
I think Drew was counting rounds. It was 9 or 10 rounds in the left rear, but yeah, congrats to Kyle and those guys again. That car was class of the field. We couldn't outrace them, so Drew outsmarted them, and second is what we came here for, but at least it was exciting.
Carl Edwards, another exciting finish here at ORP. Starts 19th tomorrow over at IMS.
Well, like Kyle Busch still celebrating his 8th win of the season. Solid run for Eric Almirola tonight. He finished 3rd for Junior Motorsports. He's with Rick DeBrule.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of redemption. Last night in the truck race, you had an absolutely miserable experience. Does this make up for it?
Yeah, anytime you come out and run good in a nationwide race like this, it makes you feel better. just want to thank Dale Jr. and everybody at Junior Motorsports, Kelly and Tony Jr. and Pops. All these guys on this GT Vodka Chevrolet, man, they worked their guts out today. And